Hello Taurus, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower weekly reading going from the 29th to the 5th of April. Happy birthday to all of you having your birthday out in this week here. Have you seen what's going on with the sun? Obviously, the vibrations that are kicking in, there's a lot of filament energies and coronal holes that are coming through. We're coming into that transitional period between the high activity to low activity. And coronal holes are going to serve you well. The only thing that's probably not going to serve you well is those filament energies. You might be able to see some more information on that on Cymatic TV, our sister channel. So it may be physically emotionally charged this coming week. So we'll see how things sort of pan out. Let's see what's going on for you on your weekly reading. Overall energies here. Karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, influencing the universe, influencing past self, future self, and the general outcome. Okay, we've got your monthly reading as well coming out next week as well. We're trying to do it slightly differently. So yes, it'd be very interesting to see. It's all about the elements and how it combines with the different energies that are going on, basically. Let's just see what's going on for you. 9 of Cups. Overall energies here. It's like you're being released. It's like you've been on that starting line for some time, sorting stuff out, kind of getting ready, I'm ready. And it's like the gun's gone off, and all of a sudden the gun's gone off. You're discovering that there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of fulfilling stuff going on. And I think it's because you're getting a bit of movement going in your life, and I think that's what you enjoy. That's what you really enjoy. On your emotional side or your relationship side, you got the devil card. So attention to detail within your relationships. I think this is where you are paying attention to detail and being slightly obsessive about it, sort of seeing where you get the returns. So what you're putting out and what you're getting back, and noticing this and being a bit obsessive about it more than anything else. There is a degree here. Now, let me have a look at your sacrum energy as well. Yeah, it seems to be slightly imbalanced here, and this card could be a bit about. Getting that work play ethic has got to be right, and I think maybe there's a little bit of detriment to your relationship side from overworking. Very possible. On your influence in the universe, you get the Hierophant. Really beautiful card. The Hierophant is a learned sort of priest. It knows the spiritual steps that they need to take to get to nirvana, to get to heaven, to get to the star, to get to the ultimate goals of life. And these are those details that need to be sort of considered, and those steps that need to be taken. And I think the universe is sort of saying, get in line with the vibrations that are around you, the coincidences that are around you. And then therefore you can use the coincidences like steps in a way in order to get to where you want to be in regards to relationships. It's also Hierophant is a marriage card, so it's all about getting into sync maybe with your relationship, into walking in sync with the relationships. And this is where you could be, as I say, putting things out and seeing where the returns are and seeing where that syncopation happens. Yeah, yeah. From the past to the future, it's sort of saying, don't forget about all the hard work you've done in order to enjoy your here and now, the moment that really sort of like springs with you, makes you feel happy. And this is what it's trying to say to you, don't forget about the hard work that you've had to put in order to get to the happiness of where you should be. In your future self, it's sort of saying, I think this is back down to this attention to detail, and also knowing the steps to get to a place that is a lot more calmer for you. And I think your guides are helping you to do this. So that means the energy that is in your immediate environment around you, but also within the conversation that is within you. And I think that's where you need to encourage your steps forward into something that is really much more in line with a very comfortable relationship that is around you. Through all of this is a judgment moment. And I think this judgment moment comes out of that attention to detail, the steps that you needed to take, but also the sentiments that go along with it. So knowing that you've gone through the hard stuff in order to get to your happiness, and you're on that road to that. And knowing you're on that road to that is going to give you that sort of revelation moment within your relationships where you know how to go forward and take that step into the next stage of your emotional evolution, and your connection with someone or finding someone. I think this is where it's also, if you're looking for love, it's that revelation that's happening in you. So you're testing things out and seeing whether whether things are getting good feedback in regards to the relationships, and that's when you're going to realize which direction to take or who to get involved with. On your financial side, Emperor card. This is what I was talking about, the work play ethic as well. You are owning your future, yeah, and I think you're working very hard. The thing is sometimes it can be in detriment to part of our personal life. And I think it's your karmic message here is sort of, you've got to know that you are in full control of your development. Therefore, you can, take a little bit of it doesn't mean accept less, but what I'm saying is concentrate on the things that really work for you in a way, and standing in your power and deciding, this is how we're going to do it. So you don't get pulled off your personal life for correcting situations within your job or your business or your projects that, distracts you from all those beautiful emotions that you can have. But it is owning your future more than anything else. It's really standing in your power in a very beautiful way. And you get the King of Pentacles from the influence from the universe. I think standing in your power here is because you've done the work in the background. You have this wisdom, you have this understanding, you know how things work. That's what the King of Pentacles does. And this is you. It is a Taurus card as well. And yes, it is, when you stand in your power and you be you, this is where I think you're going to make the most out of life. Using that strength and sitting in what you know will actually help you enormously advance in whatever you so wish to do. And being very clear about your pathway as well is very important. Very, very important. Influence on the past self, you've got the Moon, Scorpio card. This gives you a nice balance, actually. And this is what I was talking about, the energy that's coming from the sun, the filament energy. That's this energy here. It's all to do with emotions and stuff like that. I think it's like you've discovered a lot about yourself over the past 6 months to a year, really, which is helping you to sit in that power. And I think here is sort of saying, do not forget about those lessons. And it seems like a similar sort of thing from your past as well here. Don't throw everything out, learn a lot from your past to go into your future. And in your future self, you get the Queen of Wands. Ties in beautifully with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. So it's almost like divine job, a divine counterpart, a divine business or project, whatever it is. It's evolving in the way that it's opening up lots of doors to lots of different passions that are connected to one thing. So it's, say, like if I'm making a cake, I could be really passionate about chocolate, but also passionate about honey. And I can start combining those passions together to make the ultimate chocolate honey cake. So yeah, and I think this is what you're doing in your job. It's combining a lot of your passions and being really involved in it. When you start doing that, that's when you can create the magic for you going forward. You can really create a magical outcome in your life in regards to your finance and your job. A magical outcome. Look at that. You get the Star card as well. Absolutely beautiful. Out at the top, the general outcome from all of this. And this is all to do with sitting in your power and knowing your worth, knowing your strengths. Once you start doing that, that's when you really start involving and engaging with your passions in life. And that's when obviously an accomplishment. It's like through these two situations here, down with the universe and your karmic path, you are realizing a ambition in your life. And it may be part of a segment of an ambition. So it could be an ambition that's part of a bigger ambition, if you know what I mean. Right, so it may be an ambition to pass that exam in order to become that type, do that type of job. And your ultimate ambition is to do that type of job. But, it's like getting over the first hurdle in a way. That's what I feel like you're getting, what's going on here with your financial side. You're really getting into alignment with where you should be going. Really nice, Taurus. Really, really beautiful reading, actually. incredibly powerful. Just be wary of that work-play ethic. That work-play balance in your life. I think it's really important. Yeah, freedom after being stuck for some time. As I say, we saw that with the Ten of Cups and the Moon card as well, and that's when your past. I think your past has been, and this could be the recent past, anything up to sort of 6 months, where you've been, knuckling down and getting on and getting involved and doing. And because you've been getting on and getting and doing things and preparing things, it may feel like that you've been a little bit trapped in a rut recently, and you're breaking free from this, and the overall energy is helping this. And I think there's a lot of little bits of excitement around you, within the environment around you, with the people, the situations, that is going to help you to sort of loosen up and free your life up, basically. Yeah. And with the Devil cards, attention to detail, and you can't get much more detail than the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a very precise thing. It's like a crowning glory. It's exactly in the vein of what you want. And this is where you sort of, when you're putting things out there and seeing the return from the relationships around you, this is making it very clear for you, which helps you to position yourself. And that helps you to have that sort of crowning glory more than anything else. The Hierophant with the Hangman, seeing things differently. And I think this ties in a little bit to this past sort of thing. There seems to be something in the past that you shouldn't be throwing the baby out with the bathwater in regards to your relationships. Similar sort of thing going on your financial side. And the universe here is sort of saying, knowing these steps, knowing this order in order which you to get to your spiritual nirvana, your star card, as I said earlier on, it's now at the top, but you've got Judgment as well there. I think here is actually just the universe is helping you to see things in a different way, so you can maybe take a different path in regards to your relationships to get to the same result, as it were. And it's using the steps that you need to take in order to get there. So basically, if your partner likes a certain activity and you like another type of activity, but there is overlaps in that activity, then one person likes doing mountain biking, the other person off-road biking, the other person likes to do road biking, and then you can sort of say, well, let's just do country lanes, So it's a combination between the two. That's the sort of thing, getting things into alignment. Yeah, I think this is, as I say, don't forget about the difficulty that you've had to go through in order to get to that happiness. And I think there's been a certain situation with people around you, and it could be someone who's been quite obsessive, because that's where you got the Devil card. But being attentive to the detail will allow you to see the situations in the past that were a pain in the backside, that weren't, that were a bit sort of conflictual, but weren't really worth winning, and you've chosen to go off in a direction which is to your karma shores, and it's making you play incredibly smart. Look at this. We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Six of Swords, and then we've got the Seven of Swords. This is a really, really progressional state of being that is coming through you. Incredibly logical, making you incredibly intelligent. In fact, what it's bringing through is this judgment, this realization of exactly what type of relationship you should be in, or how the relationships that you should be having. And therefore, I would adjust your life according to, for that revelation to come to the surface. I've just dropped a card, and it doesn't want to be picked up. Cheeky monkey. It doesn't want to be picked up. Difficult choice, maybe. I'm not going to accept it because it didn't want to be picked up. But it is the Two of Swords within that judgment. Yeah, maybe it does trade. I'll leave it out there because it's obviously some sort of difficult choice that comes out of all of this. And that's possibly tied into that Five of Swords there, the complicated situations of the past. But yeah, there we go. We've got the past again here with the Six of Cups. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think that's the key phrase that's coming out on the relationship side of your life here. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. With the Emperor card, you get the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. The Emperor will not react emotionally to a situation. It doesn't, an emperor doesn't necessarily have control over their emotions. Let's be honest. Sometimes an emperor could be really oppressive, but an emperor's power comes from the idea that the people within the empire, if they're not in a good place, the emperor will be replaced quite quickly. And I think here is, you're realizing which sort of vibration, which sort of energy line to follow in your life. And I think this is what comes out of that sort of knowledge there. And that sort of explores through your passion. And that's the obvious thing for you to follow, is that star, your ultimate goals and ambitions, because it's getting past one thing at a time. And I think you're being patient about it. And as I say, before, you might need to pass an exam in order to get that ideal job. So it's like a hurdle that you're getting through, and you're being patient about it, saying, I know if I do this, then this will be the good result. With the King of Pentacles, you get the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, don't give away two things too easily, basically. Don't sell yourself short. And, don't hold on to the things that are not working for you either. Spend your time, money, effort, and sort of energy wisely in the projects that you put out there. And then you get the Four of Cups with the Moon card. The Moon card is obviously very emotional. It's a water card. So it's the sort of Scorpio card, as I said. And this is where you're distilling from the past. You're distilling into that one cup. It's very similar to the 10 of Cups that we saw on your emotional side, as I say. There's something in the past that needs to be a little bit distilled. And it could be like when you've started a project and you need to streamline that project in order to get the best out of it. And I think this is where you're revisiting the past, seeing how things fit together and how they work together. The moment you start doing that, it's going to give a new lease of life to your career path, to your business, to your project, whatever you're doing, a death and rebirth, but in the way in which your passions are engaged in your sort of project or your pathway or whatever you so desires that's ambitious for you at the moment. And with the Star card, you get two cards. Wow, look at that. The Moon, obviously tied into the past, and an emotional sort of situation. Sometimes we can all have ideas in life to do something, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea to do it. And there's a degree of this. I think, you've just got to be, it's a fine balance between, finances and making money and helping the world to be a better place. And I think I think you're getting the key to a part of this. I think you're getting a way in which you can no longer be hurt by the world around you, because you're bringing a result to the surface that is going to help you to help others, if you know what I mean. And that may even be having a success in your business so you can actually employ people. And, you just need to take out the emotions a little bit. And we talked about that in the Emperor card as well. You need to just take the emotions out of this sort of situation. So then therefore, this thing that does, this reward that does come to the surface, just doesn't shock your world. This is the Three of Swords. Doesn't shock your world too much, basically. But also at the same time, there's another thing that's coming through that's sort of saying, if you want this reward, if you want this Star card, don't procrastinate. And I don't believe you would do, Taurus, but that's the other side of the flip side of the coin, I guess. There you go. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I hope they help you to engage in life in a very positive way, bring in beautiful things for you into your life. There's obviously loads of stuff on energy that we go into on Cymatic TV, our sister channel. It's linked in the description or around my head at some point. Yes, I'll either see you there or I'll see you here, whichever way it is. Thank you very much for being here. And don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.